Approximately 150,000 hectares are deforested in Zambia every year, and a significant part of that is for making charcoal for cooking.
Charcoal use is prolific throughout sub-Saharan Africa and also in many countries in Asia as well, so it's not just unique to Zambia.
You can't expect a country like Zambia to save their forests for the sake of the world and not help them. Zambia is not the cause of the climate change, it's the rest of us.
The idea goes all the way back to 2008. How can we save 1 billion tons of carbon dioxide from going up into the air? It was specifically looking at the so-called gigaton solution. It was really a blank sheet of paper, but the idea that came up through research and a lot of thinking was to replace charcoal with pellets in Africa.
We both realized at the same time that the only way to make this company work would be to come live in Zambia. So both of us decided to come.
It's a project of love, you know. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't really love the idea. So many people have been instrumental in taking us to where we are. And one in particular is our early investor, Danir, which is a family office in Sweden. We literally came with an idea, nothing to show, and they have been our partner for over 10 years now. The pellets are made from waste material from the forestry sector. So it's actually pine and to some extent eucalyptus. We take offcuts, scraps, sometimes sawdust, branches, things that are not used for anything else.
So we chip, we produce sawdust, and then we run it through the hammer mill, the pelletizer, and eventually we produce bags of pellets of which we can deliver to customers.
So we've been doing this for 10 years. The stoves have evolved over the years. So now we have like the perfect stove, we have the perfect sales system, we have a great team, a fantastic team.
Within the stove is embedded a very advanced GSM that allows the stove to communicate and measure how much the customer is using. So now what the Nifty does is that it gives every organization out there, every individual, the ability to offset their footprint. That is amazing.
Made in Africa, by Africans, for Africans. We can offer at least 50% reduction in the cost of cooking for a family over a month. And that is a real life benefit to poor and middle income families in Zambia and Malawi.
When you see women cooking with charcoal with their babies on their back and they're inhaling incredibly bad fumes, they all complain of headaches. The children have respiratory problems. For me, at first it was an environmental issue, and then it really became a health and women's health and children's health issue that made me really wanted to work on this even more.
Our typical SupaMoto client is number one, a charcoal user, someone in the peri-urban areas who is mostly in the low to middle income tax bracket.
85% of our customer base don't have access to smartphones. So we've developed the USSD integration.
The way we look at it as cooking as a service. So essentially what we do is provide the customer with a high-end gasifying stove, and we supply the customer a subscription.
Basically, we lend them a stove at a very minimal membership fee on condition that every month they commit to buying a minimum of 30 kgs of pellets.
We're doing that on purpose so that people will test it, and then, wow, they see that actually not only is it cheaper, it's also faster, it's also healthy.
And the backbone of everything is sustainable forests, so it's pretty amazing.
At the moment we've got about 107 employees across those various offices, but we're on the cusp of growing to being a lot bigger. The company is at a really exciting moment in its development.
For every stove we sell, and we have the data to prove it, that means like one big bag of charcoal is not consumed. So by supporting companies like ours, you also support mitigation of climate change. The effects will be disastrous, There is no way around that, but we can mitigate the worst possible outcomes. But time is extremely short. We have a few years to turn this around.
I think we'll make it through, and I think we'll actually create a much better world because we'll use technology that will be much better for us. I do think so.